Welcome to Kool Konvos. We're going to get started at about 7 o'clock. We're going to show some videos and some footage and all things that are connected to Morgan State University as well as Morgan State track legacy. So stand by as we play these commercials. Well, welcome everyone to Kool Konvos. We are spotlighting Morgan State University legacy, track, and reunion. It's going to be a spectacular, awesome weekend, and we want to inform you guys. We want to celebrate all the Olympians, champions, great track stars who've came through Morgan State University. So I'm so excited. We got no other than Coach Braxton here. Go ahead and share this out to other Morganites that you know so they can be informed as we celebrate tonight. Go ahead and share this out on your page so other Morganites can know what's going on this weekend. You don't want to hear about this. You want to be there. And if you're out of the state or out of the city, you can ultimately look at the footage and all the things that we have online. But if you can, and if you are near, you have to be on Morgan State campus this weekend. So I'm so excited. We got no other than Coach Braxton, Athletic Director, Hall of Famer. We have Neville Hodge, Hall of Famer. We're going to talk the details, which most want to know the details of this weekend. So we don't want anyone not to know. So we're going to inform you tonight. We're going to start in about 1 minute, make sure my guests are intact. And we're going to get started in about 1 to 2 minutes. Check out this footage of some of the history of Morgan State track. So check this out here. house. Wow, wow, wow. Morgan State track and field history before your eyes. Just a snapshot, snapshot. However, I have a few guests can give you a better snapshot of Morgan State track and field history, their personal testimonies, because that's what Kool Konvos is all about. Cool conversations with testimonies. We all have one. And you have these Olympians and champions all coming together this weekend to celebrate. Hey, they deserve flowers. And Coach Braxton, as well as Coach Neville Hodge, came up with this vision. So let's bring Coach Braxton up first.
You in the white shirt?
Hey, my brother.
How are you?
Is that Hodge in the background talking a lot of stuff?
We're at the airport picking up an athlete.
Let us know who the athlete is.
Who's coming? Who are you picking up? I'm sure.
No one that we know?
Yeah, she's an Olympian.
But listen, that's what it's all about. You guys been working all weekend. Matter of fact, for months to put this all together. So we're so excited. And just give us, what have you guys been doing all weekend? Some of the people that you've contacted, some of the people that you know for certain are coming through this weekend.
Okay, it's been really a journey of love. I got to front.
Why you do it by the door?
When I say a journey of love, I had this idea 2 years ago. The COVID kind of postponed the whole thing, and it didn't take place. Mm-hmm. So finally, I called Hodge and I said, "Well, let's try again now," and it's going to happen. I'm excited. Hodge is excited. It's recognition for the track program at Morgan State, and it's also a time to do some fundraising for the track program at Morgan State. Hodge has done an excellent job, and again, academically, the girls had the highest GPA out of all the teams in the school, and the men were not far behind them. So we're not just producing athletes, we're producing student athletes that go on and do well in society as well. But this is a chance to get with everyone and bring them back to talk about the legacy of Morgan State. Morgan State traditionally has had Coach Hurt, who started everything for all of us. Myself and Hodge. Those are the track coaches that have brought glory and praise to Morgan State University.
Wow. So just legacy. I believe, as you see they're fighting in the car, I believe this is the first year. Matter of fact, the people that are joining in and chiming in at this time, there's quite a few people already that's chiming in. You guys give me your year, your sport. If you ran track, what did you run? Jot all that in the comment. Jot your year that you was at Morgan State. If you ran track, if you played basketball, football, jot that in the comments as we talk. We just want to see you and acknowledge you. And we're preparing you for this weekend. I see Hall of Famers in the comments. Got Antoine Peck in the comments. Geneva's in the comments. So legacy, how did that come about? Because I believe this is the first year it's called Legacy.
I'm going to let Coach Hodge tell you about that.
Good evening. How you all doing? This Coach Hodge here. The legacy came about first when I started this event. I wanted to give the folks an idea that we produce a lot of Olympians. So I started with Art Bragg, who was an Olympian, and it was called an Art Bragg Invitational. Samler Beach was part of the committee.
Once again, we got him while they're busy. So he's on the road. So he's talking on the road. Matter of fact, we don't want him holding that phone while he's on the road. So I'm going to bring another guest up in a second. But meanwhile, we're talking about legacy, track meet. They're coming back up now. Track meet reunion. And let's see if we can pull them up. Let me see if I can get my other guest on. Let's see. Let's try it one more time. Go ahead, Coach Hodge.
Yes.
Go ahead.
we want to recognize all the Olympians, all the NCAA qualifiers, all the national champions. We have all those slated to be at this event this evening. So we're asking everybody to support the event. It's not just for us. It's all athletes that come to Morgan that may need some assistance, whether it's books, whether it's tuition, whatever it is. We just want to make it a fundraising, but we're also making an opportunity for us to fellowship as a group. I think it's going to be an exciting event. We all excited already. The folks already in town is ready to go. I just picked one up. We're going to be the announcer. Her name is Philippa Arnett. She's coming all the way from the Bahamas to bring a favor to our sports. So we are making it happen. And she was here with me. So if you want to say hi to her, she got a story too now. So we all
Pass that phone.
A lot of stories, man.
Pass that phone to her.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Share with the world your name. At least you don't have a bonnet on or something like that. You look real cute. So tell us your connection to Morgan State University. Why have you made it all the way to the Bahamas to be here today or this weekend?
Definitely. And then there's also the history of Patrick Bailey bringing me into Coach Hodge. Coach Hodge then becoming like a father figure to me. I came to Morgan in 94 and graduated in 97. In 96, I made the Olympic team for the Bahamas under Coach Hodge's training. And you called two names earlier, Antoine Peck, Geneva Pugh. We were all on the team together. So, and that's when we had an awesome team. Amira Bello, Gemma. Very excited to be here. Very excited to be a part of the program. And to hear, like he said, it's always good to give back and great to understand too that, you know, it's still an academic program. Because I remember back then as well, even for our team, most of the team were honest students. So seems like that trend is still going on, and that makes it exciting. So I'm happy to be here.
I don't want to let, before you move forward, I don't want Coach Hodge to miss stating or simplifying how can we give back? How can we give back to the track program? We talk about giving back to the football program. We talk about giving back to basketball. What about track? How do we give back to the track program?
Well, definitely, like he said, I think he said a little while ago, helping out students with academics, tutoring. You know, if there is a fall in maybe somebody coming on the team and they need to pay for boarding, there's something, you know, where a full scholarship might not have been able to get, but that athlete is showing up and giving out all. So academics, books, any way that we can help an athlete, because sometimes athletes come from difficult settings. And so being away from home and feeling like a part of a family, and that is what Morgan did for me. So I think to give back and help athletes feel that sense of family and that you have somebody's shoulder to lean on and that bare shield. So we're here. We're here. And I think that's a good way to give it back.
Wow. Listen, I'll see you Saturday. I'm excited, and I'm excited to meet you. You're a little younger than me, or a whole lot younger than me, but I'm excited to meet you. I don't know if I'm as fast as you are, but we'll see. We'll see.
It's fascinating. It's a different Philippa now. But pleasure to hope to see you then.
Once again, everybody in the comments, jot in the comments your year that you went to Morgan State University. If you ran track, if you played basketball, football, jot down the sport, share this out to other Morganites. Go ahead and tag them now to let them know about legacy. Can you pass the microphone to Coach Braxton one time?
I sure can.
Yes, sir.
Coach Braxton, don't want to let you go before you give the details about Saturday. When should we be there? How long would that be? When does the reunion start later? Where would that take place? Those crucial details. Let everybody know, all the Morganites know now of those details.
Okay, the meet starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll be there then. I'll be there a little bit earlier, helping Hodge set some things up. Following, it's also Senior Day. I don't want to forget that. All the seniors will be honored at the track meet. Their parents will be there, and there'll be special guests. And then we'll go from there at the conclusion of the track meet. in the banquet hall of the student union from 7 to 11. We're going to fellowship. 7 to 9, I'm sorry. We're going to fellowship. So
7 to
that's
9.
where we are.
Wow, wow. Any words of encouragement? Anything you want to say to the Morgan family before you go? We got some other guests coming on, but make it clear now to anything that's on your heart, what's on your mind. We talk about giving back. Anything else you want to share with the Morgan State community and family?
I didn't go to Morgan, but I bleed orange and blue. Again, there's nothing I wouldn't do for Morgan and support in any way that I can. Giving back is not just monetary. It's also giving back of time, effort, a lot of different things. And that's important. Again, giving back could be giving a helpful word or a hint to a student athlete who's away from home, who needs a comforting word. So there are many ways to give back, but we're still looking for the almighty dollar. If you can give that, it's appreciated. Track is a cornerstone of Morgan State from Coach Hurt on. And again, that's important. And Hodge is continuing that legacy. So the student athletes coming in, there's a lot on their shoulders. The tradition, the academics, the social life, the school life, a lot of new pressures, and they're doing it quite well. They're going to continue. We want you to be there to support them during this endeavor.
Hey, don't forget we have t-shirts of the Legacy Reunion will be on sale. So ask the folks to don't bring their checks, don't bring their money. You know, we want big money for the t-shirts. They're beautiful. So hey, come on and that's the way to get that as well. You support the t-shirt, just represent state. So we're gonna have everybody come on out and enjoy that. Braxton said, hey, giving back is that we have students with doctored lawyers who actually come back to campus and talk to those students as well. That's also another way of giving back. So any which way you could give back, we would appreciate it.
You heard it here. Bring your Cash App, your cash, checks, Apple Pay. Be prepared to give back in any way. Listen, I know firsthand Coach Hodge, the present track coach at this time. He's very prideful about his team. He's very prideful about Morgan State University. We got to support him. Again, a lot of us love football. A lot of us love basketball, but we cannot forget our wonderful track program. And this is a great thing because we get to experience the history this weekend of Morgan State University track legacy. And I'm excited. Coaches, Coach Hodge, any last words before you go?
Hey, bring your hat, man, because we're gonna have a blast, man. It's a day to fellowship. We're gonna have from old to new, new to old. We're gonna make it a great day. So don't miss out on this day, man. It's gonna be a special day. So come on out.
All right,
You're
Coach.
gonna have a lot
of
on the track too. So come on over, enjoy the track meet. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. Let's pull up the stands. All right.
I knew you guys would be busy. I'm privileged to have you guys on. Thank you so much for joining the program. When you get a chance, look back at the video. I got some more guests coming on, and we'll see you this weekend, Coach.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you taking time for us, man. You thanks a lot. We appreciate you.
You got it. Be careful, Coach.
Got it.
And don't let Leonard Braxton drive. Please don't let him drive.
I will make sure that don't happen.
Wow. Man, that's incredible. It's personal to me. Coach Braxton was the athletic director when I went to Morgan State University, and he was just like a father figure. He was like an uncle. You know, those valleys as well as the mountains, he was there with that big old smile, encouraging. So when I see his face, my heart just melts. It's personal. And that's what Morgan State University is all about. It's personal. And we have some guests. We have a guest now who Coach Hodge was actually her coach. And I'm excited to have her on. I see her words on social media about Morgan State and track. When I asked her to come on tonight, she thought I was going to ask her to do an hour speech. I said, nah, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. Yeah. We have Avione, Sloan, You got to first tell us the years or the year. Give us the year. I want you to describe the year you came, give me the day you came, and share the experience of the unknown at that time.
So the year I came was in 2006. I ended my track career at Morgan State in 2010. However, my first year, I ended up redshirting. So I didn't participate competing until 2007.
Well, Avione, what were your goals when you got there? What did you want to do? Was track number one for you? And is that what you wanted to do? And what were your goals initially?
Yes, track was my number one goal. My goal was to get on the team, become on the A squad, and also go for all the seniors that were already there.
So
I was taking spot as a freshman when I approached the track. So that was my goal.
Let everybody know now. Did you run the 100? Did you run the 200? Tell us that what did you run when you ran?
So I ran the 400. I ran 54.8. My fastest time was 54.4, and that was at MEAX, where I placed second overall against Francina McCrory. I ran the 200. I wasn't as good as in the 200 as I thought I was in college as I thought I was, but I ran around 24.9, around that.
Where are you from?
I'm from Camden, New Jersey.
Well, you got a lot of family members, sisters, uncles, everybody signing in. That's your hey, they love you. She's not running tonight. Are you running this weekend?
Absolutely not.
They said, that's my girl. That's my niecey. Sloan. Oh my God. You should see these comments. So you were set Morgan State track. What was the experience like? How many years did you run? And tell us the valleys, the mountains throughout your career.
So I ran all 4 years. Again, I redshirted my first year in 2006. I think that was the most difficult thing for me from running since I was the age of 5, running all the way through to college. That experience within itself was very detrimental. Mentally, physically, I was hungry. I was a dog. I wanted to eat. So for me to have to sit for the first time ever, it was a lot. But once I was able to compete, I was hungry. I was ready. I knew what to expect from Coach Hodge. I knew what to expect from at that time Ralph Jones. He was the assistant coach there. So just being mentored by them too, I knew I was ready for collegiate track.
No. You're not going to get away with this and just brushing by and saying Coach Hodge's name. Tell us about Coach Hodge. Was he a tough coach? Was he a softie? Did he get on your nerves? You got to be real with that. Tell everybody.
Coach Hodge was tough. He was one of the toughest coaches I have ever had or ever experienced. And I've been around a couple coaches throughout my life. Again, I started running track at 5. So from 5 years old all the way to college, I've experienced many coaches. He was also sweet and kind. But you knew when he was mad when you stepped off that track and you wasn't performing how you were supposed to perform. But he also was my father figure. He took me in as his own family, even outside of track. So he was just always very supportive in everything that I did. He was tough on me because he knew he needed to bring the best out of me. And he just, I don't know, he was great. Even to this day, I call him and say, hey, Coach Hodge. Or I'm like, hey, Dad. He'd be like, hey, what you want? But we just always have that special bond.
So I see everybody calling you Sloan. I'm going to go with Sloan for right now. So Sloan, check this out. I want you to just describe as an athlete now, a student athlete. I know how it was for football, right? I know our struggles. I know some of the things we needed. I know a lot of the players didn't have scholarships. What do you wish for? What do you dream for Coach Hodge track team in 2024 and on? What would you like to see get better? What would you like to be the priority for the track team?
I know for me, I needed more probably mental health support. Just learning how to juggle everything. It was hard. And when you're coming from high school, nobody prepares you for those moments. Nobody prepares you to juggle school, social life, track, 6 o'clock practice, come back at 3 o'clock, come back at 8. Like it was a lot. And just having that core, just the core mental support, I think was just the biggest part for me, because I feel like I had everything else. So for the sports moving forward, I think that would be something, even for people that's new coming on, just to be able to have that mental support, talk about mental health, and just being supportive for the new kids that's coming on. Because I forgot the lady that came on before me. She said something about people having different backgrounds and people coming from different things. We don't know where people come from, so just being able to have that support.
Wow. Listen, 2024, Coach Hodge track team 2024. You're in their locker room right now. What are you going to tell them? What words would you use to encourage them? His 2024 track team. A lot of times we leave the university and forget that the program is still there running. They need our encouragement. We've been there and did that. If you had Coach Hodge track team in front of you right now, 2024, what would you say to them?
You guys are prepared for this track meet. And I'm pretty sure under the coaching under Coach Hodge and Coach Smite, you guys are already ready. I was always told it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And those are the words that Coach Ralph Jones, who was my coach, also told me. Go hard or go home. When you're from the trenches, you got to go hard. You have to eat. So just leave your last on the track. Give it all on the track. Don't leave nothing behind.
Are you coming in town this weekend? Are you going to make it?
Be there after my own track meet that I have to attend with my kids.
So you still going to make it up? You still going to make it down, rather?
Yes, I'll be there.
Wow. Listen, this is the final stretch. I may allow you 30 seconds to say your piece. Talk about Morgan State University. What does it mean to you? Just in a nutshell, what you're looking forward to this weekend the most. Just put it in a nutshell in this final leg. And then I'm going to ask you, if we were to put a clock to you running today, what would that 200 time be? We'll save that to after. I'm going to give you 30, 45 seconds, Morgan State University, and what you're looking forward to this weekend.
I'm looking for some fast times this weekend. And for me, Morgan State was just home away from home. It was family being away from family. It wasn't my first choice, but it was my best choice. And I would not take anything back. I'm really looking forward to the competition this weekend and just being around family, being around people who were before me, being around people who were after me, and seeing my sisters and my brothers that I was with while I was there.
All right, sister. I'm going to have some shorts on. I'm going to have my track shoes on. We might have to go at it. All right. You say you're a dog now, so don't jump out now.
I don't jump out competition.
All right, sis. Thank you for coming on. I know it was last minute, but thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Avione Sloan, that was incredible. Just to hear that testimony. We're talking about the valleys and the mountains, and just her stepping on camp, her experience with Coach Hodge. Remember, Coach Hodge is still the coach today, 2024. We got to support him. I can't just go to basketball games and football games. I got to go to the track and check out the team and support them as well, right? So we want to encourage them. We got another guest. Man, this is special to me right here. And one of the reasons it's special, he come from where I come from, Baltimore City, Mervo High School to Morgan State University. I've attempted over the years to break his records. Some succeeded and some I didn't, but he's a great guy inside and out. and I'm glad to have him on today. Share this out, y'all. Share this to your Morganite pages, our Morganite pages. Put your year that you ran track in the comments, or if you just attended Morgan State, put the year you attended Morgan State University. Let's bring up our next guest, Hall of Famer, Guy Goodwin. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Glennie? How you doing, sir?
Listen, if you had the chance and they said go out and run 100 meters, could you do it?
No, sir. you probably going to get. I can walk it.
I love it, man. When you look back at it all, man, look, even if you could see in the background of my screen, listen, when you ran track, that track did not look like that. Talk about what it was and what it is now. Just how do you look at that, Guy?
Well, I wish we had a track like that when we ran. I think more home folks would have got a chance to see us. I mean, I'm glad and I'm overwhelmed that we've had not one track, but I think this is the second track that Morgan has laid down since 1984. We ran on cinders, and we put in hard work on those cinders. It didn't make a difference because I had a coach that just threw us out there and said, "Listen, y'all go ahead and do what you got to do." So, I mean, to me, it's an honor to see that people have invested into the school, into the track program, and have provided that type of track, to the school, because that is a type of track that you can invite a whole bunch of schools and have a whole bunch of events on that track because it's a top-notch track.
Right. Your first year, trying to recall, we've talked before. Your first year, was it a challenging year, or did you exceed expectations your first year?
My freshman year was one of my best years. I think I lived up to my expectations. I think I'm the only person who ever came to Morgan ran track and won an NCAA title as a freshman. Matter of fact, too. And that's an unheard of thing. Most of the time, people don't win their titles till their sophomore, junior year, maybe their junior, senior year. So I lived up to what was expected of me. I won it, and that's what my coach was expecting out of me. And ever since then, I didn't look back at all.
Listen, Guy, you and I are rare. Myself, Coach Hodge, as well as Coach Braxton, had an intense conversation the other day. Baltimore is our backyard. How can we get more athletes to stay home when they may have had a good, of course, this portal thing. They have a fantastic first year. They're ready to move on. How can we get kids to come to Morgan State and make their legacy at Morgan State and remain there? What do you think we need to do?
That's a good question, Lenny. I've been asked that question many a time, and I've talked to Hodge about it. I've talked to Coach Braxton about it, and it depends on the individual and who's the coach who's talking to that individual and the mindset of that individual. Because as you know, a lot of our top-notch talent are taking their talents to Division I schools.
Yeah.
Okay. It just depends. The track is hard. Hard, and it takes a special individual who wants to do that. Okay. As you know, you're an athlete, and you know that pain is something that you have to endure if you're going to be good. I don't care if you're running track. I don't care if you're playing football. I don't care if you're playing basketball. If you're not willing to endure that pain as far as training and so forth, you're not going to invest yourself in track. So, to really answer your question, Lenny, I'm coming up with a blank with that myself. Okay, I'm coming up with a blank. I don't know why our kids are leaving. I don't know. I don't know why kids are leaving and going to other places. I wish they wouldn't. But what you're going to do? You got parents who are pushing their kids away too. Okay, everybody wants to be on TV. Everybody wants to be on ESPN, and those type of schools are giving them that exposure.
What was your biggest moment? What was your biggest moment? Share with everyone your biggest moment, track and field.
My biggest moment, I've had several. I would say one of my biggest moments was winning the nationals, in my freshman year. Anchoring the 1600 meter relay my freshman year. Going to the Olympic trials my freshman year. I got hurt my junior year. But I came back my senior year. And I won some big meets. I won some big indoor meets. I helped set an American record indoors with 3 other guys that ran with me and Morgan. We had teams where we ran, 303 and 125 and things. All those are big moments for me. All those are big moments. Pen relays, big moments.
Are you going to be able to make it this weekend?
I'll be there.
You'll be there. What are you looking forward to the most? Or who you looking forward to see?
Seeing all the faces. I'm looking forward to see what kind of talent is out there running these days as well. But I'm looking forward to see all the people who I ran track with from 80 to 84. I'm always looking to see Coach again. I'm just going to enjoy myself and have a good weekend, Lanny. I'm looking forward to seeing you too.
Absolutely. Listen, the 2024 team is in front of you. You are in the locker room. What are you saying to Coach Hodge team to encourage them, not just in the moment, but overall as far as their career, their effort, books, the field, all of it? What would you say to Coach Hodge 2024 track team?
If I was in the locker room talking to them before they ran?
Yes, sir.
I would say the same thing that the young lady said before. Look, you guys are trained hard. There's nothing to hold back. Get out there, do what you're asked to do what you know you can do. Don't second guess yourself. Concentrate on what you have to do. The main goal is to win. Other than that, hey, you guys are superb students. If you're a superb student, you're going to have a superb track athlete. Those two go in hand. Okay, some of your best runners in the world were great students. Okay, were great students. So to me, the 2 and 2 go in hand. To me, the smarter you are in the classroom, the better you're going to run on that track. I always say that.
When you were running during your years, you said 80 to 84. I mean, what year? 80 through 84, right?
Now I ran from 79 to 84. And I ran short in 1 year.
Okay. So in those years, what was one of the greatest performances you've seen firsthand from one of the runners on your team or someone that you went against?
Probably Jack Pierce at Penn Relays in 84.
Can you tell that story? Because everybody hear about that legend. Could you tell the story quickly?
Well, Jack was the type of guy that from 83 to 84, he really blossomed. And I ran Ike Lake most of the time. We had Jack running first most of the time. But the Penn Relay weekend was was a month and days and years where you saw the growth, and that's when you started seeing the more speed coming out of him. So what we did, even though we ran faster in the 4x2 in the semis, we decided to put him on the end of the 4x2 in the finals. He had already won the hurdles. He already anchored the shuttle hurdle relay, and all he needed to do was win one more relay. besides, we were running against top-notch Division I schools, Arkansas, Georgia, LSU, this and the other. I mean, I held them off in the semis. But when you're ahead and you're in the 8th lane and you got these type of guys coming after you, you might take you're taking a little bit of chance when it comes to the finals. So anyway, we put him on the end, and he ran 19 points on the end, and he took his cross the tape, and he was awarded the Penn Relay Athlete of the Week.
Wow.
He won 3 races. So that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Other than Ronaldo Nehemiah doing the same thing 2 years ago, those are probably the greatest 2 things I ever seen.
Wow, that's big. Well, this is the final leg here. I want to give you the opportunity to take 30 seconds or a minute to put it all in perspective. Anything you want to say to Morgan State University, your peers that's watching right now, the track team. He was cut off. Talking to Hall of Famer Guy Goodwin. Somehow he got cut off. I wanted to hear that last part. Maybe we'll get him back for that final leg. But I got another Hall of Famer in my pocket. I want to hear those last words. Hold 1 second. I think this is him right here. Hold 1 second. Let me get to this Hall of Fame and we'll finish it out. Yeah, you with me, Guy?
I'm with you.
This is the last leg. Give me your last words. What would you like to say on behalf of Morgan State University, your career, your peers? Put it all in perspective for us for this last leg.
Man, Morgan is a great school. You can't talk about greatness unless you mention Morgan State as well as several other HBC schools. I'm glad I came because of the fact that all the schools I considered going to, we beat them. As far as my peers, man, you can't find a better group of college track meet members and guys and girls ever. Everybody is super. We have some great ones, and we're still going to get some more great ones. Great coach, okay? Leonard Braxton is amongst the greatest of the greatest, okay? He's in the same class with Ed Temple. He's in the same class, man, with Russ Rogers, and I can go on and on. I just think that Morgan is the most of the most. We've got history here, and we're going to continue, man, to have some more history here. I mean, I'm a Morgan man. I'm a Morgan man for life.
My brother. Listen, Mervo to Morgan, man. I love you, man. Mervo to Morgan.
Love you too. Got you, man.
Good feeling, man. And he came before me. He set the mark. And excited to have him on. I really appreciate Hall of Famer Guy Goodwin coming on. As I said before, I got another Hall of Famer that's popping up. Me and this guy met a couple years ago. We kind of clicked immediately, and we've been vibing ever since. Every time I call on him, he always stepped up and to support Morgan State University, to support the community all the way where he is. He support our community here, whether it's financially or whatever. And I'm excited to have him on for a moment. Once again, Antoine Peck, Hall of Famer. What's going on, my brother?
What's going on, Glenny? Good to see you.
Absolutely, man. Just before we even get to that other stuff, just from what you heard tonight, because I saw that you were on, what just comes to your mind? What comes to your heart? How you feel?
Man, you know, hearing the stories from Coach Hodge, Coach Braxton, Philippa, man, I just think, you know, Sloan, everybody has a common theme about Morgan and Morgan track. You know, it changed our lives. Morgan track either made you or broke you, you know, because we didn't have all the perks like all the other big schools had. But if you realize that the legacy before us, they went in and did what they had to do. That was my whole driving force. I said, if they can do it, I can do it. And you know, Morgan has been known as a track school, but you know, sometimes the field portion of it gets missed. And so I was that field representative. I was that
Tell the
field.
world. And what field was that?
So when we say track and field, the field
Mhm.
events, we talk long jump, triple jump, and high jump.
You
So
did all three?
Yeah, I did all three. I did the big three, and was pretty successful in that at my days in Morgan.
Wow. Could you just list some of your resume to the people so that they'll know why are you a Hall of Famer? And I know you humble. I know you're a humble guy, but just let us know, man, because again, I'm saying that because when we talk football, a lot of people understand the stats. We talk basketball, we understand points, rebound. When you talk about track, can you list your resume and what that means?
Yeah, I do come from the humble beginnings, and nowadays I talk about it more because it means so much to me, and I coach as well, high school track and field. I'm a jumps coach, so sharing my story helps others as they go. But I'm the one who won the big three in the MEAC. I was a MEAC long jump champion, MEAC triple jump champion, and MEAC high jump champion multiple times. I also am the current high jump record holder at Morgan at 7'4". I'm the former triple jump record holder at 52.2.
Whoa. 7'4" for the high jump?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I can go that high, but go ahead. I'm thinking about it. Go ahead.
I'm also a two-time NCAA All-American in 1995. A good fact, too, that I like to share with people in 1995, and Coach Hodge can remember this, in 1995, outdoor, even indoor, outdoor, I was the only HBCU All-American from an All-American from an HBCU. So, yeah, that was big for me.
Did it start off that way? When you walked on campus, did it start off that way?
Well, yeah, so I transferred into Morgan. I went to my freshman year, I went to Rider University, and Rider University was cool. It just wasn't for me. And I wasn't heavily recruited out of high school. So I was a basketball player, and I went out for track in my 11th grade year. And one of the coaches was like, yo, this guy can jump. Mm-hmm. And so I just went out and tried out, and I never looked back from there. But went to Rider for my first year in school, and then I transferred to Morgan, and actually reached out to Coach Braxton. And when I started reaching out to Coach Braxton, he was like, "Well, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have money for you." And then at the very end, I think I came down to Towson for the East Coast Conference Championship, which was our conference championship back then, and I won all three jumps there. And so I called Coach Braxton, and I was like, "Did you see the results?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a scholarship for you. Come on in." And so I was actually one of his last guys that he brought in.
As you came in, he moved out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Wow. Real quick, because I was somewhat of a jumper too, but I couldn't translate on the basketball court. I can jump and dunk and all that, but high jump was just, I couldn't do it, man. Was it an easy transition in doing that?
It took some work because I had to get the technique down. But as far as being explosive, my coach Patrick Belly, we worked hard in the weight room. I mean, Patrick Belly, if anybody knew him, rest in peace. He believed in pushing you to your extreme, and he got me so strong. He added on top of my explosiveness, so I became a very, very explosive jumper. And so that's what I coach now. So when we talk about legacy, carrying on, I coach my athletes the way I was coached. And, I build explosive jumpers. I take people from volleyball team to basketball team, and I turn them into jumpers and pretty good jumpers at that.
Listen, you said you were a coach. I didn't make that transition well. Early on, I coached football at Morgan for 1 year. I went down to my high school for 1 year. Just didn't have the same type of patience. And then when you were elite, and then your expectation, you tried to push on these athletes. How did you work that out, man? And being a coach now, when you were at a high level and you're asking them to meet the mark.
Yeah, that's a good question, Glennie, because today's athlete, we have some very good student athletes out there. I'm gonna just put that out there, but you have to do a lot of persuading to get them to believe in themselves, and to buy into the program. A lot of this is the day and age of social media, so a lot of them are about the show and not so much the action. They want to be seen, they want to take the photos, they want to have the gear, but they don't want to put in the action. And I tell them, I said, when I started, it wasn't like that. It was all about action. For me personally, like kind of like what Guy was saying, I had so much, it's about confidence. I had so much confidence after, starting to believe in myself and with my faith. It was like, when I go to a meet, I don't care if he was from LSU, Arkansas. I mean, we went against everybody, Florida, and I beat him. I was like, I was beating them. And then when I realized that, I was like, yo, these guys, you got all this stuff. I'm here. Mind you, I've never jumped at Morgan. When I say we didn't have a pit. We didn't have a runway.
Wow.
So we practiced inside the gym. So all my practice was just in the gym. We had some mats and some standards. And so never actually competed at Morgan. And like God said, I would have loved to do that. But just from those humble beginnings, it made me want it even more, because when I go to the meets and beat up on you, and you guys are coming in at 6', coming in at 6'4", getting out at 6'8", and I'm just starting my jumps at 6'10", it was like, you can't compete with me. I don't care where you're from.
You got Sloan in the comments. She said, no excuses, man. And you're right. Yeah. You guys practice in the gym, man, and still was able to perform at a high level. We on the last leg, Peck, man. I appreciate you taking the time out, man. Before you get to your last leg, are you coming in town? Are you gonna make it?
I'll be in town tomorrow.
You'll be in town tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to as far as the Legacy reunion? Not just the track meet itself, but the reunion as well. What are you looking forward to?
Man, this is a long time coming. I know Coach Hodge and Coach Braxton, both Papa Bears, I call them. They've been working hard on this. I'm looking forward to seeing all my teammates. I'm looking forward to connecting the past and the present. Meeting some of the new team members, fellowshipping with the old team members. A lot of my team members from the 90s I haven't seen in so long, like Philippa. But it was great because I watched them during the Olympics, and I was always bragging on them. So I was like, those are my teammates. I ran with them.
Well, tell us before you go, tell us the legacy of Philippa, because I haven't met her yet. But just could you just give us an outlook of her career?
Yeah, so when I was there, Philippa came in a little late, a couple years after I got there. But immediately when she came in, she started working with, Patrick Bailey and Coach Hodge. And you just can see that she had that natural bounce in her run. There was actually a group of that group of sprinters that came in, even with Geneva Pugh. They were a group, and they were just strong sprinters, And so they had that pedigree. And just coming from another country to come to Morgan, knowing that we didn't have all the facilities that the bigger schools, they came and did their job. They came and did what they had to do. And that's the story of all of us. For those that buy into the program and don't let, glitz and glory, make your eyes big, we made the best of it. And, we talk about legacy and moving forward. My final closing thought is again, Morgan has impacted my life tremendously. I carry that badge of honor, like you, Glennie, all the way through my life, and a lot of things that I do down to, work stuff. So the one thing that's big for me in seeing my teammates, and then not only seeing my teammates, one of my student athletes, he's now at Howard University. He's one of the top long jumpers and triple jumpers in the conference. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, because he had the Morgan tutelage. Even though he's at Howard, I started him off. He became the Georgia High School triple jump champion. And now he's at Howard doing big things. And I'm looking forward to a reunion with him as well. So it's going to be a good time.
In that vein, you got Coach Hodge 2024 team in front of you. You're in the locker room. What are you saying to them?
Man, it's simple for me. It's about believing in yourself, having the confidence that you put in the work, and now it's just time to execute and go do it. It's simple as that. You get to the meet, you got to go execute. You got to do it. You're going to have your bad days. but you got to have more good days than bad days. And I recall, going to meet, and Hodge, remember this, Hodge, this was at the national championship. It opened the height 7 feet. I cleared it, got to the next height, and I missed it on my first try. And then, so it's all based on misses. And Hodge calls me over to the gate, and he said, Peck, you're jumping too far. Sometimes it's just a little word of encouragement. I think somebody said a little word of encouragement to get you to refocus and believe you can do it. And so again, after that, when I talked to Coach Hodge, the next jump, I went out there, cleared 7.2, 7.2.5. The winning jump that year was 7.4.5, but that put me in the position to be All-American. I finished 6th, a tie for 6th. So really, the 3rd through the 6th place was all the same jump. But that little bit of boost, that little bit of push, word of encouragement got me over the hump. So yeah, I would just tell them to believe in themselves, go out there and execute. You practice all week. And my thing is too, like some of us, we used to practice with the team, but we also practice on our own. So you got to do a little more if you want to be a champion. It's just you can't just want to practice at practice time. You got to do the stuff outside of practice. Go lift some more weights. Go jump on your own. So
hey Peck, what's so funny? You sound just like Coach Hodge right now. It's crazy. Right now, you sound like Coach Hodge. That's the same thing he was saying. The same thing he was saying the other day to the kids. The same thing that you were saying.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, man. And
man, I appreciate you, Goody. I love Kool Konvos. I try to support you any way I can. I love everything that you're doing for Morgan. And like I said, we connected a couple years ago, and we've been vibing since. And a man of faith, that's what I love too. A man of faith, and we can't go anywhere without that. That's right. That was a big part of that. Was the number one reason too. I was a man of faith as well. Wasn't perfect, but I believe that God will see me through that. And
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take some pictures this weekend, man. All right.
Definitely, man. Looking forward to seeing you.
If they ask you to do the high jump on Saturday, are you capable?
Yes. So I got wait. Listen, I'm going to talk to Coach Hodge because I'm getting back into I couldn't do it this year, but next year, the Masters Championship, I want to come back to Morgan, jump at Morgan, and hopefully they have an open meet where I can come jump, long, triple, and high jump. Yes, my knees are still good. I wasn't banged up and I haven't abused my body, and I want to set the Masters record for 50 and over in the jumps.
If you do it, I want to do it. All right, I'm gonna be right with you. All right,
man.
All right, my brother. God bless you, man.
God bless you. See you later.
Wow, that's incredible. That is incredible. All those stories from old to new. And I'm looking forward to this weekend. Legacy at Morgan State University 2024. The track meet as well as the reunion. Also, they're going to be selling shorts and shirts and things like that. So make sure you come out for that. Let's support our university. Let's support our present athletes. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And you know the rest of the song. What I want to do before we depart tonight, I want to show this video once again, just the history of track. I want those track runners to see themselves and just reflect on their accomplishments. And we're giving them their flowers this weekend. And we're going to sign off with that. Kool Konvos. To the next Kool Konvos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's check out this video.